Tisha B'Av. But now we're in the second part of Tisha B'Av, which is already a little bit more light. We sit on chairs, and it's good to talk some psukim of Nechama. Nechama, consoling. Yeah. So Bezrat Hashem, I have a very big yesod that I want to speak about today. We're going to ask some questions. We're going to answer them. And from answering those questions, we're going to get a big lesson for life of all the reality of Tisha B'Av. We're going to, B'ezrat Hashem, try to understand what's the reason we have this day and what can we take from this day to the other parts of the year. So the word Echa, Daniel was talking about Echa. If you look at the Torah, Nevi'im, you're going to see 3 times the word Echa in different aspects. One time Moshe Rabbeinu says in the parasha, Echa esa levadi torchachem umasachem. How can I take upon myself all your problems? Moshe Rabbeinu saying it with the word Echa. Echa is always saying something negative. Echa yashva badad. Echa, it's a way of saying something negative. So Moshe Rabbeinu says, Echa esa etchem levadechem. Yeshayahu HaNavi says, Echa ita lezona kirya ne'emana. Also he has a pasuk with Echa. Yirmiyahu HaNavi says, Echa yashva badad. The Midrash say, each one of them was saying that on Am Yisrael when they were in a different level. Moshe Rabbeinu, the Midrash says, Ra'a otam beshalvatam. Moshe Rabbeinu saw Am Yisrael when they were calm and relaxed. They were good. And he said, Echa. The Yeshayahu HaNavi says, Echa הייתה לזונה קרי מנה. When did he say that? He says, ישעיהו הנביא ראה אותם בפחזותם. He saw them when they were sinning. פוחזים, doing bad things. Not caring about what they need to care. ישעיהו הנביא ראה אותם בפחזותם, אמר, איך הייתה לזונה קריה נאמנה. ירמיהו הנביא ראה אותם בניבולם. He saw them when they were also doing bad things. Yirmiyahu HaNavi, he was in a generation of the destruction of the temple. So he saw Am Yisrael when they were doing not proper things. And he said also, Echa. Echa yashva badad ha'ir habati. Now, the question I want to ask, I understand why Yirmiyahu HaNavi starts the pasuk with Echa. There was a bad time. Am Yisrael was not in a good level, spiritual level.
Before destruction or
even before destruction? I understand Yeshayahu HaNavi says Echa because he also saw Am Yisrael when they were down. That was the destruction of the first temple. Before that, he saw Am Yisrael going down, so he said Echa. But Moshe Rabbeinu, it says clearly, Ra'a otam b'shalvatam. He saw them when they were okay, when they had everything, when they were calm and relaxed. Why do you say Echa? What's negative here? What's not proper here? You saw them in a good... That's why you said the Echa, when they were all okay. When they were calm and relaxed.
So the thing they would ask for meat or something there, he says, how can I...
No, yeah, but it says he saw them that they were okay. The Midrash say, ראה אותם בשלוותם. So that's the question, first question. Another question, in the first temple, it says in the Gemara, that the first temple was destroyed because of 3 averot, שפיכות דמים, גילוי עריות, עבודה זרה. But it says in another place, how did the destruction started, why the destruction started, Because of Zechariah Navi. What did Zechariah Navi do? He actually didn't do nothing wrong. But the nation did to Zechariah. They killed the Navi. They killed the biggest prophet. When the Jews do such a thing, that's it. HaKadosh Baruch Hu put the stamp for the destruction. That was the last,
Last draw.
drop, yeah. When they killed Zechariah, that's the destruction of the first temple started. Very interesting. It says in the Gemara that there was another Zechariah. The Zechariah ben Avkulos. That was in the time of the destruction of the second temple. He was a Tana. And it says, מפני ונתנותו של זכריה בן אבקולוס, נחרב ביתנו ונשרף היכלנו וגלינו מארצנו. Because of the humbleness, the humility of Zechariah, the son of Avkulos, this is the destruction of the second temple happened and we went out to the exile.
So don't name your son Zechariah.
Oh, huh?
So don't name your son Zechariah.
No, I'm not saying that. The Zechariah was also a big tzaddik. By the way, this Tana was a big tzaddik. And look what they say. They say because of his humility. I thought humility is a good thing. Because of humility of Zechariah, the destruction of the temple, that doesn't make sense.
Maybe too much is not good.
So that's the story with Kamsa and Bar Kamsa. You know the story that they were, there was a problem, and then Bar Kamsa went to the Caesar and he told him the Jews doesn't like you, and you go check them, give them a korban, and you will see that they're not gonna sacrifice your korban. And they did it, and this Bar Kamsa was doing, he was putting a mum. Yeah, he was ruining the korban, inflicting the korban, and then the Kohen HaGadol had a big question: what should they do? So who they asked? Zechariah ben Avkulos. And he said there, look, we should not sacrifice the. B'kitzur, there was a whole discussion there, and he was too humble. He didn't do the right decision, and Chachamim said it's because of him. So we see here something is not. It's very hard to understand. How come? Because of humility of someone. Because we know humility, to be humble, it's a good.
It's a right thing.
It's the right thing to do. And because of him, you mamash blame him for the destruction of the temple. You know, it's mashu. So that's another question. We're going to answer those questions. To answer those questions, Rabotai, we have to know our purpose in life is to do mitzvot. What's a mitzvah? Why the mitzvah called mitzvah? Why Kadosh Baruch Hu didn't pick another name? What's mitzvah? So the Zohar says mitzvah mishon tzavta. Tzavta is connecting. The mitzvah connect you to yourself, to your soul, to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, to Am Yisrael. The whole purpose, as we said today and this morning, the whole purpose of life is to connect.
Tzav also.
Ahdut.
Tzav is meant to
Oh,
command.
Yefe, according to Pshat, there's also from the word tzav. Tzav is to command. Hashem, command.
Which connects also.
Which also connect you to HaKadosh Baruch Hu because you listen to what he's saying. But what's the deep explanation of what mitzvah is? In Kabbalah, they explain that mitzvah is built from 4 letters: Mem Tzadik, Vav Hey. Separate them is Mem Tzadik and Vav Hey. This is 2 parts of the mitzvah. The Vav Hey is the last part of the Shem of God. Yud, K, Vav, K. Yeah, I say K instead of Hey because I don't want to say the name of God. So Vav K is the last part of the name of Hashem. So that's the last part of the mitzvah also. The Yud K, the first part of the name of Hashem, it's very interesting. If you take the word, the 2 letters of Mem and Tzadik, in Kabbalah we have different system of gematria, different systems of changing letters and numerical value of letters. One of them is called atbash. We spoke about that once. You remember? What's atbash? If atbash means that the first letter and the last letter you flip them. So every time you see aleph, you can flip it with the taf. When you see bet, you flip it with a shin. When you see gimel, you flip it with a resh, and
like
so on.
Mirror.
Exactly. That's the atbash system. You know, if you want to study Kabbalah, you need to know the atbash system. Very important system.
Just one of them.
Huh?
There's many.
That's one of the system, one of the important ones. Atbash. If you take the mem tzaddik of the mitzvah and you do atbash system to this, what are you gonna have? Mem in atbash is yud, tzaddik in atbash is hey. So now we have the yud k vav k, but the difference is that the vav k of the mitzvah is revealed, like the vav k of Hashem, but the yud k of the mitzvah is hidden. Where is hidden? In atbash of mem tzaddik. Okay, so the yud k is hidden, the vav k is revealed. What does that mean? Every mitzvah has a hidden part and has a revealed part. What's the revealed part of the mitzvah? It's the actual mitzvah. I'm doing the mitzvah. I put tefillin today. Who did the tefillin? Who did the tefillin? I did the tefillin. Who did? I did. I made a bracha שהכל נהיה בדברו. Who did the tefillin, the bracha? I did the bracha. That's the reveal, that's the vavke. That's me. Me doing the mitzvah. It's I am. But there's another part for the mitzvah. What's the other part?
What actually happens spiritually?
Is the Yud K. Is the actual name of Hashem. When we want to say Hashem, we say Yud K, right? We don't say the Vav K. Yud K. Ki beya Hashem tzevaot tzur olamim. Sometimes the Torah brings the name of Hashem like Yud K. You're never going to see that the Torah talks about Hashem and says Vav K. Always says Yud K.
Zechariah, Azariah.
1 second, we're going to get to that. I started with the Zechariah for a reason. 1 second. Yeah. The Yud K is Hashem that is hidden in the mitzvah, in the Mem Tzadik, in Atbash. What is hidden? Who is really doing the mitzvah? Yeah, in the revealed side, what I see that I did it. I put tefillin today. I fast. Baruch Hashem, Yishtabach Shemolad, already 20, more than 20 hours. I did it. But really, who did it? Hashem is doing it. Hashem is doing the mitzvah. But that's hidden. That's people don't think about. Why do I tell you this all the time? It says, Kol oivea hisigua ben hametzarim. Kol rodfea, slicha. Kol rodfea hisigua ben. Now there's the time of ben hametzarim. The time of the narrow time. That there's a lot of negative things happening in those times. 3 weeks. Ben hametzarim. The pasuk says, "Kol rodfea," all those who run after her, they got her when? At that time of Ben hametzarim. So all the problems, that's the chart of the pasuk. All the problems that come to Am Yisrael, they run after them. When did they catch them? Ben hametzarim, this time. That's the pshat of the pasuk. What's the deep understanding of the pasuk, Rabotai? Look at the word. Kol rodfei ya. Hisigua ben hametzarim. When do we get the idea that I'm not doing the mitzvah, Hashem is doing the mitzvah? Usually, everything we do in life, we take the credit. We take the credit. I did it. It's me. It's my level. HaKadosh Baruch Hu doesn't like this type of life. This is not the purpose. There's people that learn Torah from morning to night, and all their Torah is a Torah of Ga'ava. They think it's Dir Torah. What Hashem is doing to those type of people, you know? What Hashem is doing to each one of us when we think that we doing things. Kol rodfea isigua ben hametzarim. Rodfei Yah, you want to see that Yah is doing everything? You know how you're going to see that? When you're going to have ben hametzarim, when you're going to have problems. When things are not going well. When things are not going well, you say, but it's not me, it's Hashem, it's his hand, it's not me. When everything is good, the problem when everything is good, what's the problem? We think it's us. But then HaKadosh Baruch Hu, what is doing? Send you a problem. And you see, you cannot control your kids. You cannot wake up in the morning. He gives you nisyonot, that you fell in those nisyonot. You smell a shawarma, you cannot hold yourself. And not kosher shawarma, I mean. And then you start to say, no, maybe it's okay, maybe and then Chas v'Shalom, someone fell. Why does HaKadosh Baruch Hu is doing it? So you have to understand that the mitzvah is Yud Kei, the hidden part is me. Don't think you do that. What happened to Am Yisrael? What happened to Am Yisrael? We'll give time for questions. What happened to Am Yisrael on the first temple, on the second temple, and the destruction of those temples? What happened to them? They killed Zechariah HaNavi. Because in the first temple, okay, they had 3 sins, but the rest of the things were okay. They were keeping Torah. They were keeping mitzvot. So why don't Hashem, okay, forgive the nation? 3 things they did wrong, but the all other 610 mitzvot were okay. So for 3 things, that's it. So he says, yeah, but they forgot the main part of the mitzvah, the Yud Kei. Zachar, Yah. Remember the Yud Kei. What did Am Yisrael do? They killed the Zachariah. They killed the understanding that Hashem is doing it. It's not me. I don't take the credit for the mitzvot for myself, Rabotai. This is Zechariah. And when it's happening, when you remember the Yah, the Yud Kei, when there's Ben HaMetzarim, when there's problems. I had one person, he was not close to Torah and mitzvot. He was far away from Torah and mitzvot. But, God forbid, Hashem Yishmor, he got cancer. Stage 4. Young person, was not old. And then he gave me a call. Rabbi, Hashem Yishmor, I just got the results that he has a stage 4 cancer. So I told him, I'm really sorry to hear that, Bezat Hashem, but I gave him some hope. Don't worry, I saw stories of people at stage 4, they went, everything was okay. And I gave him some hope and he said, okay, what can I do? What can I do? I don't know what to do. The doctor says that they're going to try whatever they can, but there's no guarantee that I'm going to live. That's what he said. So I told him, listen, there's a few things, we have to do tshuva. We have to start
Yakobov,
change some things in life. I told him, according to the cancer that he had, what mitzvah should he do and what change does he needs to do emotionally. And I was explaining him. I gave him a book to read. And he did all that. Baruch Hashem, I saw him in shiurim, sometimes coming, listening, online. Baruch Hashem, he started to go for Shabbatot to Bet HaKnesset. But then, Baruch Hashem, after a few months, he got out of it. Mamash, clean. He started to keep Shabbat. He started to, Mamash, change his life. And he got out of that cancer. Mamash, clean. And then he did a party. You know, L'chaim, friends, Tabach Shemolah. But right after the party, boom. No Shabbat, no Kashrut, no learning Torah. After a time, I saw him. I said, "Ma nishma, ma kora?" I didn't want to ask, but I saw already that he's mamash out of it. I'm not judging anyone, each one with his own, nisyanot and tests. But then I understood, כל רודפי היסיגוע בין המצרים. You know why HaKadosh Baruch Hu is doing problems to us? Because he knows that we understand at those times. At those times, we understand what Hashem wants from us when there's been a mitzarim. When Chaz v'Shalom there's cancer, Hashem yishmor v'yatzil. When Chaz v'Shalom there's a problem with the kids, when there's a problem with the wife, when there's a problem with the health. So we have to understand this problem that HaKadosh Baruch Hu sent to me, it's a kindness of Hashem. Hashem wants me to reveal the Yud K, that He is there, He is doing everything, it's not me. He wants me to get closer to Him. Yes.
So if He's doing everything, how do we feel good about Himself? Like, why should we feel good about Himself if you're not doing them?
You do them,
But you said He's doing them.
but you are not the only one doing it.
You're a part.
And you are a very, very small part. You're going to see that soon. A very small part. Our part in mitzvot and everything, it's very small. But we have a part.
So the same thing applies to sins.
Same thing applies to sins. That's a different topic.
Now what do you mean? Is that connected to that?
Also,
Yes. In sins, you have a small part.
A small part.
Yeah. But that part is very important.
very big.
That's the part that they judge you for. You have a small part.
Free choice.
You have a part. That's your free choice. Kol bidei shamayim chutz mirat shamayim. There's a small thing that this is your part. The rest is in the hands of Hashem. But this is one thing, and that's what I said in the beginning. Why Moshe Rabbeinu says, Echa, Esa tochachem? Why you say Echa? It says in the Midrash, Ra otam b'shalvatam. He saw them when they were calm and relaxed. So why does he say Echa? Negative. Because when you are relaxed and calm, it's already the beginning of the negative that's going to come after. It's already, he saw already the beginning.
Comfortable.
Comfortable. Yishma v'yishma nishurun v'yivat. Discomfort, Rabotai. That's the problem. That's the beginning of the problem. Moshe Rabbeinu already saw that from the beginning. The Ben HaMetzarim is good. Hashem keeps you on fire. So that's one point, Rabotai. The second point I want to talk to you, Rabotai, this Tisha B'Av, and I think that's related to what I said before, but it's more important. Why do we still here in Toronto? Why we don't do this shiur right now in Bet HaMikdash? Because the destruction of the second temple, Churban Bet HaMikdash Sheni, we still didn't fix the reason why it happened. We all know the reason, everybody talks about that. The reason why was the construction of the second temple and the exile, the galut that we hear now, it's because of one problem, Rabotai. Sinat Chinam. We all know how to say it. Do we know what that means? All right, Sinat Chinam. First of all, why it's Chinam? In English, Sinat Chinam is going to be a free hate, right? When you sell hate, it's for free. What's a free hate?
No reason.
Huh?
Really
It's a hate with no reason.
Yeah.
Do you hate someone with no reason? I think people that hate people with no reason, they need to be in a crazy house. I never saw I hate you with no reason. Jews are like this. No, I hate you because you stole money from me. I hate you because you talk to me not nice. I hate you because you... Where do you see a hate with no reason? Tell me. Once in a while, there's one Meshuggah that he looks at you in the street and he hates you with no reason. Once in a while. But all Am Yisrael, to say that all Am Yisrael had that sin, and 1,952 years, we already have that sin of a hate with no reason. Do we have that problem?
And we can't fix it.
No, but we do. Do you hate someone with no reason?
I don't think so.
But the Gemara says that we have Sinat Chinam. So you're not in the Sinat Chinam? I'm not in the Sinat Chinam. According to what we understand of the concept of Sinat Chinam, we all free Sinat Chinam. This place is Sinat Chinam free. Huh? No, Lichora, according to this understanding. When people say Sinat Chinam, what do they mean? Yeah? So we think Sinat Chinam is when you ignore someone, when you don't talk to someone, when you don't want to, connect with him, when you speak badly about him. That's what we think Sinat Chinam is, right? But Hashem Tov says we are all wrong. We don't know what's Sinat Chinam. When I learned that, it's opened me everything. This chidush that Hashem Tov says, it changed my life. The understanding of what Sinat Chinam is. I'll tell you more than that. It says that in this destruction of the second temple, Am Yisrael didn't have sins of Gilui Arayot, Avodah Zarah. They didn't have that. More than that, the Gemara says, Gomlei Hasadim Hayu. The people in the destruction of the second temple, they were Ba'alei Chesed, kind people. They had Gmach. You know what's Gmach? You don't have a chair in your house. You have a party. Come, I have a free chair. Gmach. They were doing chasadim in the destruction of the second temple. Velomdei Torah hayu. They were all learning Torah. So how come a generation, no sins, learning Torah, doing chesed? Where's the Sinat Chinam? If you do chesed to your friend, do you hate him?
How do you do the chesed?
That's the question. So the Baal Shem Tov says something unbelievable. Baal Shem Tov says, Sinat Chinam, you can be Soneh Chinam and sit with your friend, joke with him, have fun with him. He's your friend. You do everything with him together. But you have a Sinat Chinam to him. How come? Baal Shem Tov says Sinat Chinam is when you think or feel that you are better than someone else, that's what Sinat Chinam is. Again, when you think or feel that you are better than someone else, this is Sinat Chinam, according to Baal Shem Tov. You can play with him, you can sit with him, l'chaim achi. But in your head you think, listen, he doesn't know nothing. I'm the one that they need to ask questions. The people need to ask me. I'm smarter, I know better, I'm in a better level. I'm more tzaddik.
Better businessman.
Better everything. When you think or feel that you are better than someone else, Sinat Chinam. What does that mean? The Baal Shem Tov says that's why it's called Sinat Chinam. Why Chinam? When the brothers came to Egypt to search for food, and Yosef saw them, he says, you are spies. So they said, no. Bnei ish echad nahnu. We are all the sons of one person. We are all the same. We're not, What's bnei ish echad nachnu? That's how we all should think, Rabotai. We are all came from the same place. We are all equal. Bnei ish echad nachnu. Sometimes a person thinks that he's a Baal Chesed, that he's a kind person. He helps others. So what HaKadosh Baruch Hu is doing to such a person? When he thinks that he is good, it's me. Remember we said before, what's the problem? That we think it's us. So what Hashem is doing, sometimes He will make a time that this person doesn't want to give anyone. A person feels the heart of another person. And when you stand in front of someone that is not religious, and you talk to them and you try to explain them why Torah is right, but inside your heart you feel better than them, they would not accept from you. If you just in your heart feel that they are lower, you are better, that's it. They're not going to listen to you. Same thing is with kids all the time. Sometimes the kids, they don't listen to us because of that reason. Most of the times. When you come to your kid and you tell him, do this, do that, and you feel that he is lower. I am better. I'm smarter. This way of feeling, the other person feels the same. And he cannot connect to you because there's no connection, there's no heart connection. You think you're better than me. When you talk to people, and this is, we can explain another Gemara according to this rule. It talks about Mashiach. It's good to talk about Mashiach at the end, right? Mashiach is born on Tisha B'Av. Now we're gonna do now it's gonna be the labor.
Born.
Now I'm gonna teach you how to make him to bring Mashiach in 1 second. The Gemara says, "En de ben David ba bedor ela shekulo zakai o kulo hayav." When Mashiach is coming, in a generation that's either all the generation is deserved, or all the generation is sinners, don't deserve. Either a generation of righteous people or a generation of sinners. So a generation of sinners, I can understand. We're going there slowly.
No,
Quicker.
we're not.
But yeah, I can understand. In the generation of sinners, I can understand that all the generation become sinners. It's okay, logical. But in a generation that are all righteous, this is not logical even.
When it's right.
Can you imagine all the generation righteous? You know, the Torah says if you keep 2 Shabbatot, Mashiach is going to come. Can you imagine all Am Yisrael, even now one missing? Possible?
No.
Let's be realistic. It's possible?
Never.
It's all in your mind.
Oh, yeah, perfect. So it's very hard to imagine such a situation that all generation is Zakai. Okay, 1 second. אז איך הוא יעשה את זה? אבל תקשיב. מה זה יפתח עיניים? If Hashem show him to... Yeah, but then you're not Zakai. You know what Zakai? Zakai means that you revealed Hashem yourself, not Hashem showing you, here am I. Of course everybody's going to be believing in HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Nachon. But we have a part that we do.
It's our free choice.
Yeah, fair. So that's one interpretation could be. Hashem reveals himself, everybody's Zakai. But Baal Shem Tov says differently. He says, what's Zakai? What's righteous? Look what the Baal Shem Tov says. Because we cannot imagine a dor that is more, we cannot be like more than the generation of the Rambam. We cannot be more than the generation of Moshe Rabbeinu. Understand? So if their generation Mashiach didn't come, so how can we imagine that they're going to come in our generation? What's Kulo Zakai? יותר זכאי מרמב"ם? There's ירידת הדורות. The generation goes down. So this Gemara, it's not logical, לכאורה. So says the Baal Shem Tov, if all the generation is chayav, is כביכול not deserved, but then all the generation will come and say, Hashem, Abba, we don't deserve. We don't deserve. We understand that without you, we don't deserve. We cannot do nothing without you. If to be righteous or not righteous is not us, it's you. If we look at our friends and our other Jews in the world, in this perspective, and we come to Hashem, we approach Hashem and we say, Hashem, we cannot do it without you. So Hashem says, now you are all in the same level. When all Am Yisrael will understand, En lanu al mi le'isha'em. That's what the Gemara says. That we're going to get to a point that what we're going to say, we don't have who to rely on, only Avinu Shebashamayim. You know where the world is coming to? The world is coming to a place that we finally would understand that I cannot serve Hashem without Hashem helping me. I cannot wake up in the morning without Hashem helping me. I cannot put on tefillin. I cannot fast on Tisha B'Av. I cannot be a good husband or a good wife without Hashem helping me. And if I am a good husband, or I am putting tefillin in the morning or fasting on Tisha B'Av, it's not me. I saw once two people learning Torah, a few hours. After learning Torah so many hours, one says to the other, Chazak u'baruch, ata totach. You know what's totach? Not literally. You're super smart. And the other one says to his friend, and you're such a tzaddik, sitting so many hours. Sitting learning Torah. And I didn't understand, what is Hashem in the picture? He is a totach, he is a tzaddik. But what is HaKadosh Baruch Hu here? When you learn Torah, you do mitzvot, and you think that this is you, Mashiach is not going to come. This is Dor Shekulo Hayav. And then you're going to get to a place that you're going to say, Bona, Hashem will test you and make you fall in those places that you think that you are the best. You every day wake up and knits. Pray with kavanat like Rav Chaim Kanievsky. And then HaKadosh Baruch Hu, what he would do? He would put you so down. He would put in your mind such a thoughts that you would say, Hashem Yishmor, ma zeh. Even in the TV, they don't have those things that are going in my mind. And what you should do at that moment you should understand, oh, this is who I am. This is who I am without Hashem. When you fall, that's what Rabbi Nachman teach. Baal Shem Tov teach. When you fall, you have to understand, oh, this is me without Hashem. So all the other things, it's Hashem. It's you helping me. So I cannot judge anyone. I look at everyone the same. I don't have Sinat Chinam. Because I'm not better than you. So what that I'm learning another 2 pages more than you a day? It's not me learning those pages, it's the mercy of Hashem on me. So because I learn 2 pages more than you every day, so I would feel better than you, it's enough.
So what was Kulo Zakai?
That's Kulo Zakai. When you understand that you nothing without Hashem, you all become Zakai. Because that's the purpose of the life. You know what's the purpose of all the mitzvot? Anava, humility. In one moment, when you say, "En lanu al mi leishrein," what's happened? All the people that are chayav, what they become automatically? All zakai, because we're all the same, we're all tzaddikim. Because we understand that the tzaddikim is not us even. We get to a level that, everybody's tzaddikim, everybody is the same. This is Kulo Zakai, Mashiach comes right away. If we're going to have one person that can look at the world like this is Mashiach. So, the Geulah is going to come right away. Yes?
If this is the teaching of the Baal Shem Tov, then even he wasn't on that level. Because evidently there is no Mashiach.
Oh.
So how does one person actually get to that?
So there's a machloket. If there's one person or 10 people, there needs to be
10
like
people
this.
is completely impossible. At least one person.
Yeah. The Baal Shem Tov, he was a great tzaddik. He brought this idea to the world. But completed, he got to a certain level. It's called Chaya. There's a higher level called Yechidah. Yechidah is when you can get to a certain level that the whole world is in you.
One with everything.
You're one with everyone. That you understand that, and this is I didn't want to talk about today because it's even more deep, but really everything that you see in someone else, it's in you. So if you think that you are better than someone, or you think someone is not doing well, not doing something proper, the real reality is that there's nothing outside. Whatever you saw outside is inside you. Understand? That's the real reality. The Yetzer Hara makes us think that there's something outside. So for example, now today I was sitting here in this place and I saw someone taking his phone and doing something in his phone. I don't know what he did in his phone, but I felt in my heart that it bothers me. I felt in my heart that it bothers me. Why it bothers me? Now, people think, usually how normal people will explain this? It bothers you because the person did something wrong. There's a lecture, Shiur Torah, Bet HaKnesset. The rabbi said to not take the phone in Bet HaKnesset, and he takes the phone in Bet HaKnesset. Chutzpan. Now, by the way, I was the only one here, I think, that saw it, and it bothered me. Now, why did it bother me?